Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about Overlord Season 4, which is on Episode 5. Now, this episode right here was pretty okay, although I was told by a couple friends and other people that there were some cutout content, which I didn't pay much attention to, which I'm only in anime only, if anything. So, by all means, let's just get this started. We have to it, the scene opens up with Demiurge and Alberto talking with each other, you know? Alberto and Demiurge was given a task by Ainz to, take care of the vassal kingdom, which is, which is that kingdom that Jirvich, whatever his name is, the Goldilocks Blondie King, I don't care what his name is, I don't care much about that, because for some reason he's not really important to me, and he's not really making any impact to the story, but just being a slave, you know? That's what he told Ainz that he was willing to be a slave on. But that aside, we have to it that Ainz, on the other hand, decides to go to a dwarven kingdom and lets his servant Coquitous and the lizard man know about it, you know? We have to it, Coquitous does feel a little upset when it comes to one of the lizard men or crocodile men asking, do you sure you want to make a friendly relationship with the dwarven kingdom? And then Coquitous reprimands him or gets angry for asking him such a question, and Ainz like, I promise, that's all I want. I'm not here to cause any trouble, just a friendly relationship that I would like to have, because of the weapons and rune crafting and so forth is very interesting on the weapons, you know? And we have to it, one of the lizard men decides to hey, maybe I'll help you out then. I'll guide you there. And Ainz says, okay, no problem, thank you, you know, that kind of thing. And we have to it that, Ainz decides to bring one of the dark elf people, one of the dark elves, which I think is Fiora or Bella, I think, yeah, Bella and Shoutier to come along to go with him on this expedition to the Dwarven Kingdom, you know. Eventually, it didn't take too long for them to reach there. It took them maybe at least a day and a half, or at least most likely a day and a couple hours just to get there, you know. Eventually, we had to it that they end up sending in their ninja scouts, which apparently the Dwarven Kingdom is very empty, with the exception of one. We had to it that Fiora Bella, I think, that at Fiora Bella or something, that's the little dark elf or something, decides to talk to the dwarf and ask him what's up. We have to it that the dwarf was gonna him. After talking to the little elf, Ainz ends up showing himself and decides to talk to the guy, you know? We have to the dwarf, therefore explains that there used to be a lot of dwarves here, but apparently they decided to move to another kingdom that's only a couple days from here, you know? That kind of thing. And Ainz asks him, is there a way I can make a cooperation or a friendly relationship with you? Because your runes, your dwarven runes and weapons with the runes on the weapons, or your rune magic or something like that is actually very interesting, and I would like to add that to my knowledge, or I would like to know how you could do it, or you can help me out on that, you know? We had to it that the dwarf ends up talking to Ainz about it and tells him we used to do all those rune power things or rune crafting onto the weapons, but we don't do that no more because casting it and so forth makes it easier, you know? But if you do it by hand by crafting runes, it's actually much more cheaper and it actually has more value and it's much more better, you know? We don't really know why people decide to cast runes on it instead, and it's not making much it's not really as satisfying, you know? And he ends up explaining that he's actually one of the descendants or something like that of the greatest rune craftsmen, you know, that kind of thing. Eventually, as time continues on, you know, the dwarf ends up having to talk to Ainz about the situation with his kingdom and so forth, with the kingdom and its people, you know. And we have to it that Ainz seems to understand where he seems to be coming from, etc., and that he's willing to actually help him out how to how to get a little better with your rune crafting here and there. I mean, your skills of your ancestors will come very, very important, you know, and I understand that. But we had to it. Ainz therefore says I am willing to help you all on that, but can you offer your soul to me? I'll give you all the help you need, but can you offer your soul? Are you ready? Can you offer your soul to me in order to do that, you know? And he says, I don't mind giving my soul or sending my soul to you if I could pass on my knowledge of rune crafting, you know? And we have to it eventually, before Ainz and the dwarf will be able to talk a little further, we had to it Shoutier shows up and talks to Ainz that there's a couple demi-humans or monsters on the loose. And Ainz therefore tells him, I want you to capture them alive, you know? Which Shao-Tia easily does so without, like, much problem at all. We had to it that one of the monsters decides not to, like, talk at all. But we have to it that, like, Shao-Tia easily charms him with the spell of her own and ends up having to tell her everything, you know? About the dwarf, about their, like, that their warrior clans and the troop that they have right now is supposed to kill all the dwarves right now, slaughtering the dwarves any moment right now. Ainz could only look at him like with disdain or something, realizing what's gonna happen here and there, you know. So pretty much overall in this episode, like Albedo and Demirge ends up giving a task to handle the vassal kingdom that's willing to be their slave or their servant, you know. While like the other rest involves Ainz traveling to the dwarven kingdom and talks to a dwarf with his like servant, you know, or like floor guardian of Nazarick here and there. And therefore offers to help him out if he offers his like services or soul to him, you know, which I go like that's pretty like crazy but understandable, knowing that the dwarf really wants to pass on his craftsmanship and skills to like to his children here and there. And of course they end up finding some monsters that's been causing the dwarven kingdom to be empty, etc. And Ainz was getting ready to, and with the help of Shao-Tia, they managed to capture all the monsters that causes the dwarves to run away or escape, and ends up interrogating them, and Ainz can only look on like with a neutral expression or possibly with like disdain and rage, because we don't really know what his emotions will show. But one thing for certain is that like Ainz is not very happy, that's for sure, because he's trying to make a friendly relationship with the dwarves, because he knows that their powers and craftsmanship of runes and all that will be very useful to his weaponry or armory, you know, which I understand. I mean, like, when you want to build a friendly relationship and learn or have these guys craft some runes onto your weapons, that could be very useful, you know. I mean, Ainz's major weakness in this entire series of Overlord is not having a lot of information or see what has really changed in the world that he's logged into or stuck into, you know, that kind of thing. Anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to see how like next episode goes out, but I'm pretty sure Ainz is gonna stop that rampaging army that's gonna kill the dwarves, because he's gonna have a need. He's gonna have a need for them in order to like learn the dwarven runes or the rune craftsmanship, and then have his weapons upgraded. That could be very useful, you know. Yeah. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right. Peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.